Cowboys versus Seahawks. Great game. Great game. Like I said, the Seahawks are in the hardest division in the NFL. NFC West is is the best division by far. Niners, Seahawks, Rams, Cardinals. I wouldn't be surprised if all four teams make the playoffs. I do have the Seahawks getting the number one seed and getting a bye and making it all the way to the Super Bowl. So I predicted that before the season started. Wilson for MVP, and he just broke the record for most thrown touchdowns in the first 3 weeks of the NFL season. He has 14. I believe the record was 12 or 13 by Mahomes. So he just passed him. He looks amazing. Like he finally has a legit like big wide receiver weapon. Metcalf. He still has what's his name? Lockett. He still has Lockett. He can make it work with like any tight end. He's really good at just distributing the ball to his tight end. The run game, it'll get going. The Seahawks look dangerous. I think Adams got hurt. I haven't checked if he's fine, but Wilson has big enough shoulders to carry the load in the regular season. They will need Adams in the playoffs, but Wilson is just a star right now. It's amazing. It's crazy that he has never even received one vote as an MVP in the like 8-year career that he's had. But this year he's coming. He looks like he's the best QB in the league. A lot of people said Mahomes. A lot of people think Mahomes is the best QB, and there's a big gap between him and the rest of the league. I say no. I say Wilson's right there. He's as good a quarterback as Mahomes, and on his day he might just be even better. Like Wilson is the truth. I love Wilson. He's a baller. He's so good. Metcalf, he had a touchdown catch, like a long touchdown catch, and he got like complacent. He thought he had dusted his defender, so he was just holding the ball really loose. Defender comes out and punches him, goes into the end zone, goes through the back of the end zone, and they get a touchback. He'll learn from that. It's good that it happened during the regular season. It's good that they were able to get the win. And then afterwards, they talked about how like Wilson went up to Metcalf and he's like, "Hey, you can't lose your concentration. You gotta finish every play." And then Metcalf, it looked like he took it good. He was like, "You know what? You're right. Like that was my fault. I apologize. It won't happen again." And I do think Wilson's a good enough leader. Whereas when he comes up to you and he tells you that, "Hey, you can't be fucking up like that. You gotta keep it together. You gotta focus." He's a great leader. And I feel like he's approachable and he knows how to talk. He knows how to communicate, where Metcalf won't take that in the wrong way. He'll be like, "Hey, I got you. Like, I'm going to be focused for the rest of the game, for the rest of the season, for the rest of my career." So I think it was a good thing that it happened in the regular season and they were able to get the win and they got that out of the way. And now Metcalf probably has like a way better mentality. Like now he's like, all right, like they're right. Like, that was dumb. I don't want to look dumb again. Like I'm gonna learn from this. As far as the Cowboys, they're 1-2 now, and they're tied for the division lead in the weak NFC East. And honestly, if I'm being honest, they're probably gonna win that division. The Eagles look horrible. Freaking Wentz looks like Wentz is starting to look like Trubisky. He's playing terrible. The one question I have is for Prescott. Like, is he gonna regret not signing that big extension that the Cowboys offered him in the offseason? I feel like he is. I mean, if you just look at his stats, he's not doing bad. He actually has like really good numbers, but the team is 1-2, and the team is loaded with talent. And part of the reason that they didn't give him the contract, or like the contract he wanted in the offseason, is because like the eye test is still not there, or like he's not winning you games that like other quarterbacks would win you. And I know a lot of people got high on on Prescott when he brought them back against the Falcons, but the Falcons just gave up a similar lead to Foles, so it kind of like dimmers the light that was being put on Prescott for what he did. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, if Foles could do it, all right. Like, not to take anything away from Foles, he's a Super Bowl MVP, but objectively he's not like an elite quarterback. He just has his moments. So if Foles could do that, then it kind of like takes a little bit of the shine away from Prescott for doing it a week earlier. And now these are the games that you want your quarterback to win against the Seahawks, and he couldn't do it. So, well, like, is he gonna regret it? Like, they might make the playoffs as an 8-8 team or like a 9-7 team just because the division winner goes to the playoffs. So that he might get them in the playoffs, and then once they get in the playoffs, anything can happen. But if they miss the playoffs in the weak NFC East, the Cowboys are not going to give him the contract that he wants, and he might have just missed out on a lot of money. So hopefully, for his sake, the team starts performing better, and they get some wins going. But I don't see it. I think the NFC East is the worst division of football. I don't think they're going to have a team get 10 wins in that division. 9-7 is like the cap for whoever wins that division. They're just a bad division. And yeah, hopefully he gets his money. I mean, he did get a little greedy, so I can't feel bad for the man if he doesn't get his money. Like, they offered you like 120 or more with like a lot of it guaranteed, and you didn't take it. So if you don't get your money, you're the only one to blame.